That joint to Papa. It's another week. Let's make sure we get all our chats up right quick. Y'all know this has been a beautiful week of R&B. Yeah, and I don't want us to get I don't want them to what you call it, mute the volume, but I got to play this joint. And I don't think they'll mute it because everybody on the whole wide
The whole
internet be
wide,
playing it. They're playing
you
it.
right, the whole wide inner world is playing it.
So we're gonna just start with this joint right quick to get the vibe right. You know, shouts out to a legend in these streets. Well, not in these streets. He has messed up. He has done the baddest thing.
Ooh.
But anyway, we got to start with this right quick. We got to start with this. Here we go.
This call is from a federal prison.
Mm.
This call is from Robert Kelly.
Huh?
This call will be recorded and subject to
The
monitoring.
Kells is back.
To accept this call, press 5.
Don't act like that.
Begin speaking
Don't act
now.
like that. Here we go. Here we go. 2 minutes.
First, I wanna thank my fans for being the realest.
Hey.
Now let's get down to business on this breezy remix. Had to make this phone call just to let you know you ain't cheap. It's questions on my mind. It's questions on my.
Don't act like you don't miss Kelly. Don't act like you don't miss Kelly. You miss
I
him.
I can't say that I don't. I mean, he wrote a lot of so a lot of children were made off of his music.
Let him ride.
Let it ride.
Hey.
Don't even send shit to my books for commentary.
Hey.
Ooh,
You just got that.
yes.
He said y'all gotta put some books on that
Books on
comments.
my commissary. I'm about to get that man so everybody can get some oodles and noodles.
Did you hear that tone? That boy still singing. He's all right. Let me chill.
How you not gonna show me love? Show me love.
Hey.
I'm not talking about
No
cheat.
Huh?
Tell me who.
Hey.
Who's getting all my checks? Where's
Checks.
my money?
Where's
Hey.
money at?
He remixed the mess out of this.
He that was smooth.
Supposed to be mine.
Ladies.
No,
Hey.
we're not doing that.
Hey.
I missed that last part. I don't think I should have heard
Yeah.
it.
I gotta let him finish and then we can start. I gotta let him finish.
Just need to know.
Sing it, Kelly.
They just called Rick. I gotta go.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Come on.
They just
Don't act like you
gotta
ain't
go.
Miss Kelly. Don't act like you
I
ain't Miss Kelly.
mean,
You ain't Miss Kelly.
I never said that.
Okay.
I
All right.
I didn't even say anything.
That was for the ladies. You know I'm stupid. Oh Jesus. That was like a
That was for the
vocal
people who's
orgasm.
getting his money. He said, "Where's his residuals? He can't get no commissary." People, he
Yo.
is begging for some commissary, y'all. That was a
Oh,
good remix.
that
I
was a great
mean,
remix. Okay. All right. How you feel?
he,
See? That was a lyrical orgasm. Stop playing. Stop playing. You ain't feel it. You ain't feel. Ooh. You ain't feel the Luther Vandross in that joint. Ooh. Stop acting like you weren't feeling that joint, huh?
it was,
It was
yeah,
fire. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So look, I posed the question. Oh yeah, this is welcome to the Lucrative Love Experience. I'm one of the hosts, McNeil 70. What up? Yeah. And this is
I'm
my
unapologetically K. Forget you. Boom.
hey. What you mean? What you mean? Forget
Oh,
me?
yep. You gonna
What I
just
do?
overstep me? You should have let me go first.
Oh,
Come
my
on,
bad, my
ladies
bad.
first.
I got you.
Next time.
Next week is ladies first. There we go.
There we
Ladies
go. There we
first.
go. There we go.
Ladies first. Hey, ooh. I ain't gonna front. Some rhythms, it makes you just feel gay. Like you just got to be gay. If you like the ladies first. Hey,
Find a corner.
ooh, ladies first. Hey, ladies first. Did you get the pop it like that?
Find a corner.
Oh
Find a
Jesus.
corner.
Anyway, how was your weekend? How was your weekend, man?
My weekend was busy. Bam, mom. Whoop whoop.
Hey.
Yes.
So,
It was a good weekend. I did go outside. I didn't do anything crazy. I just went out into the world.
okay.
I didn't hit the streets. Although
Okay.
I might go and bother some of my friends this weekend.
Bother. When you're there, it should never be a bother. You should be they should be
Course
blessed by
it's
your
not a
presence.
bother
They
because I
should be
have I
blessed.
have good friends. I have good friends that let me um bum off them whenever I want to go somewhere. Like I feel like I have anytime I go somewhere with my people,
Yeah.
let's say if I ever went anywhere with you, I feel like I got a built-in bodyguard. I don't gotta worry about nothing that
With
they gonna be
me,
like,
I'm not
nah,
a man. I don't
nah
identify.
dog,
I
you
don't
can go there.
identify as a man.
I don't have to worry about it. They know the bouncers, they know the bodyguards. They be like, yeah, no, let's make sure nobody bother her. All right, we cool.
No, wouldn't nobody step up if I'm out there. I'm a man's man, you know what I mean? But if they play that, ooh, ladies first, ladies.
Mm, got you.
But all right,
We gonna we're gonna twirl. I got it.
so you were band mom this weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I didn't really have a over the top like just dope weekend. I just worked. And I'm gonna take a break too. I'm gonna take a long break. I will very soon. But
Good.
yeah, I ain't had nothing going on this weekend. I was just working. But we need to shout out everybody. My bad, everybody. We need to shout y'all out. I do see TikTok a little bit. I see Alex. What up, big Alex? I got two Alexes, Pastor Savage and then Alex on TikTok. But what up? J Smiles Movement. What's up? Fred Tay Jr. What up? Tate Jr. What up? You gotta shout him out. He's here for you. Devocrats is here for
Diva
you.
crazy. Hey Devin.
Michael Starr, what up? What up? What up? We need to get Michael Starr on the pod to just talk about love. That's something I thought about too. What if
Hmm.
we had an episode, like one episode a month, where we get an R&B singer on this joint to talk
Let's
about love?
go.
That's hard,
Let's
right? That's
go.
hard. All right. So we might have to figure that out. We got to figure that out. We got to get an R&B singer on this joint just to talk about love. You know, share with the women, make them feel
Hmm.
soft life. But anyway, Gifted Feels Music, what up? Oh my God, this Trucker, what up? Kool-Aid, Dez, what up? And that's all I see. That's all I see that was in the chat. Whether you're here still or you were here earlier, I just shouted y'all out. So y'all can't ever say that we were acting Hollywood and we didn't see y'all in the chat. You can't ever say that.
I
What?
can't see you if you don't follow me, so it don't matter.
Hold up. Democrat said, man, I'm here for the conversation. Sure. Ooh, ladies first.
Listen,
Why is
you
that so
said you
funny
was
to
here
me?
for the conversation,
Yeah, the
not me.
conversation's about night. Nope.
Not me.
Oh, but I did have something I wanted to talk about. I had a conversation at work earlier today. I'm not gonna call the men out because we are on
Hmm.
Facebook Live. What up, everybody on Facebook Live? Yeah. And we can't see you, so you have to say something in the chat for us to see you. So if you're watching, hopefully you enjoy the show. K Ward, the Houndstooth joints just for y'all men. Come on now, come on, get this. Come on, come on. Is this Women Appreciation Month yet?
Yes,
It's not. Is is it
it
really?
is.
Is it for
Mm-hmm.
real? No. Let me
Hmm.
look it up. I think you
Look it
lying,
up.
man.
Go look it up.
Yo, everybody that's watching, is this Women's Appreciation Month? Y'all let me know. Hold up. Let me see. Women's Appreciation Month. Let's see. You might be telling the truth. Wow. Why is it Women's Appreciation? I just learned this. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. You are a woman. I should have listened. I should have listened.
It's okay. You learn.
Who put that woman first? You gotta put that woman first.
Who said that?
It was a song back in the day. I
It
can't remember.
is.
Do y'all know who put that woman first? Now I'm never mind. Nope. But anyway, because there's something there, but I'm not gonna deep dive into that. So we were
Hmm.
having a conversation earlier at work, and I thought this was a pretty cool conversation centered around relationships.
Hmm.
But we got into the 50-50 conversations.
This conversation again.
And yeah, but this it was a swing to it because we had white people, whites. We had the whites, the whites started it, or if it was one of the other fellas that started it. But how did it start? I think one of the fellas was like, "Yo, I think I want to. I can't see." No, that's what it was. He was like, "Yo, I ain't really talking to my girl right now because she got to go get a job." So I was like, "Interesting." He's dating a girl. And she got to go get a job. So, yeah, I said, "Interesting." I was like, "She got to go get a job. She got to go get a job." Okay, hmm. And for me, I'm sorry. Now I'm not a what they call them. What they call the dudes? The not a narc. What they call them joints? Simp. I'm not a simp at all, right? But I am a man's man. I'm a manly man, right? Which means I lean on providing, right? Providing and
Mm-hmm.
and support, adding structure and being the muscle behind every situation, right? You ain't gonna come do nothing over here. That's just how we run the boat, right? If we hear, hey, wait, wait, I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and oh, okay, it's time. I have windows all the way around the back of my house. I can point down. Just let y'all for what y'all know what that means. I can point down into my backyard and do whatever I need to do. From the front of the house, I can point down and do what I need to do. Same thing. So
Okay.
it's just it felt foreign to me to hear a guy say, "Well, I'm not speaking to my girl because she got to get a job." I was just like, that was a little bit different for me. But then my white counterparts, this was a black man that said this, by the way. Then my white counterpart said something similar. So I was like, interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
all of
Mm-hmm.
y'all feel like this. And I don't know. I guess for me, if it is a situation, what up, Douglas? If it is a situation where I have to work, right? I feel like every man should work, period. Put it like that. But if it's a situation where I'm doing the majority of the work,
Okay.
say what?
Okay.
You sound like you were a robot right now. You in Galaxy 9. You up there with the women right now. Ooh, ladies first. That's where you at right now. Say you might have to restart your live.
About at work.
There it is. I hear it now. Did you charge your microphone? We got to get your equipment ASAP.
Me?
We have to get your equipment. Yes. Is that how was ah. You sound
That
like
was
this. Which one? Ah,
you
which
sounded like.
ah.
That's what you sounded like too.
Okay. All right, cool. So it must have been a internet thing. But anyway, I was like, if I'm doing a lot of the work, it's certain things that I expect when I get to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things, right? Now that may the certain things is what you say, what you call it, the baseline. I'm gonna use that one tonight. It is a baseline that I expect, right? And I'm only gonna feel away if that baseline is not there, right? But along with that comes all of this up. It's the benefits. It's the fruits of the labor. It's the garden of Eden.
Right.
I'm here doing what So I don't know. How do you feel about that? What's your thoughts?
I'm a little bit old fashioned, so my thoughts are going to be something similar, but it depends on the situation that you have with your partner. Like if your partner is able to pay all the bills and you buy all the groceries or however you want to do it, of course you're contributing somehow. Or if
Right.
they pay all the bills and they use your income to invest. Like it has to be something, or they pay for the doctor's visits for the kids, for the co-pays, or something of that nature. They pay for the medicines. They give what they need to give in order to sustain the relationship. But you can't go below that
So
baseline though.
so do
But
you
because both of you will end up in a deficit.
right, right. I agree. So do you think what is the difference? And this I'm just asking the question. Just asking the
Hmm.
question. Don't attack. I come in peace, right? But what is the difference between a man doing that, right?
Mhm.
And then what somebody would call financial abuse? What's the difference?
Somebody doing financial abuse is you can't spend any money without getting approval. You have to tell them that you're going to the grocery store.
Oh,
You have
okay.
a set
Okay.
amount of money to go to the grocery store. If you go over that limit, oh, well, why did you do that? You have no money of your own. Everything is in a joint account,
Mhm.
but you don't have access to it because if you do take any money out, then you're questioned and you have to deal with the verbal assault that comes along with it, if not a physical one, because
Mm.
now you have removed funds without permission, even though you're supposed to be one and you're supposed to be working together as one. If you have a wife and she's a true stay-at-home wife, she
Mhm.
doesn't have any income. Where's her
Right.
money coming from? She
Right.
still needs to have clothes. She still needs feminine hygiene products. She still needs, you know, feminine things.
Right.
And if you are going to be the person who pays for everything because she's a stay-at-home mother of your children, then where would she get those funds from? Like
Facts.
magic?
I agree with that. I agree with that. So I have a little monkey wrench, I guess. Just a thought.
What's your monkey wrench?
Just a thought. Just a thought. What if your partner is terrible with money?
Okay.
If that's the case,
If your partner is terrible with money, then you guys come up with you have a budget. They get a certain amount of money, but how would you even know that they're bad with money?
facts. I agree. I agree. Mm.
I feel like you have to give them some leeway until you're like, you know what, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. How about we, do X, Y, and Z in order to make sure that you have the appropriate funds for things that you need. This is your, $300 to do whatever it is that you want with it.
Right.
And, the rest goes to the bills and stuff we need. Then it's a different kind of conversation because now you're working together instead of somebody telling you, hey, yo, don't be touching my money because it's not our money, it's your money because you went and you made it.
I have I have one more monkey wrench.
Go for it. What's your other monkey
No,
wrench?
because I'm just so none of I have to put the disclaimer. None of this has to do with me personally. It's not my household. We good, right? But I have had some friends where they may have given their wife the majority of the first check of the month, right? Because if you get paid every 2 weeks, it's once. And they said, "All right, look, what I want you to do, I'm gonna give you this $2,000. All you gotta do is you gotta pay the power bill, you gotta pay the electric bill. I mean, power bill, you gotta pay the water bill, you gotta pay the gas bill, all that stuff." And then the wife goes out and gets like a Toomey bag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you watching the pod, I'm sorry. It was funny. It's
That is
funny.
not funny.
That is,
It's
that is hilarious.
that is sad, child.
So in that case, shouldn't she be financially abused? She should be
She should
financially abused.
not be financially abused.
Okay.
She should probably not be allowed to pay those things, and they need to be in auto pay.
So what type of responsibility should you give somebody like that? This is a good
No
conversation.
idea,
I like this
because that is
conversation.
not my business. But you will really do need to have a sit down talking conversation with a financial advisor and go over, hey, if you continue to do this, this is where we're going to be homeless and with no lights and water.
No lights and no water.
Like, do you like to live in the dark? Can you live in that to me bag?
I mean, this is mad people that's living in the cars. They said it's a new community, whole new community. So I'm just saying that is an option. I'm just saying I'm not making fun. I'm just saying
It's
it is an
not an
option.
option.
It is.
People
It
on
is.
TikTok be trying to make anything a trend.
They always gonna make something a trend.
They always gonna make something a trend just because that one Japanese lady was able to do it with all of everything that you could get from Temu, Tumi, and wherever. and she cooking in her back seat and her teeny tiny little car where she blows up her mattress and everything. I
Don't get me started with
can't. No,
that
you
because
give me,
I'm just
oh my God.
because the joints. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this last thing. We gotta go to the first subject, but I'm in the service based industry. All of my industries are service based, technically.
Hmm.
And it was one
All you need
particular.
is a parking lot. That's what you thinking.
No,
All you
no,
need to buy is a parking lot.
that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say all I've been to some Japanese and some Chinese people house, Vietnamese houses, Vietnamese, right? And sometimes I've come over there during trash day. Let me just say it like that. And their trash is way say nasty. It's like what just died in there? Them joints be horrible. All right, anyway, I just wanted to say I want to point that out. That's all. I want to point that out. So we got a full show. We was trying to make sure that we were under our hour, and I think we
Hmm.
might be able to do it. I
I
think we
think
might
so
be able to
too.
do it.
We can do it.
So 50-50, 100-100. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same difference. All right.
Same difference.
Same difference. And also for my fellas, honestly, the way I look at a lot of this stuff, again, you will never be able to call me a simp. I'm gonna just call it that. Like I just think that all of that's just stupid. And I think at some point, even with the emotional stuff, right? I'm developing. I'm developing.
Y'all, he growing. I'm
Yeah,
so
which one
proud.
is that? Is that Trump or Trump or is that Bill
It's
Cosby?
I feel like it's a mixture of
Developing.
both.
I'm developing my emotional awareness when it comes to handling situations because I can be hard all the time, and I'm comfortable there. Like pause. No man wants to be hard forever. You want to just at some point you just gotta let it go. Let
You
it
let it
go.
go.
All right, let me
Let
pull
it
up
go.
this first clip of Senior David Banner. And when I tell y'all this really hit home for me. I said, "Oh my God, he sees me." Ain't that how the women be saying, like the super deep women?
I feel seen. First
You
of all,
see
David
me.
Banner.
So, what do you think about David Banner? That's a good. I didn't even ask you that question. What are your thoughts on David Banner?
What's up, David Banner?
Okay, so he got the sauce, is what you're saying. Oh, if David Banner hits you up, we need to record all of it because we need that content. So
It's never gonna happen.
don't be
But
going
thank
on
you.
those
That was
secret
cute.
dates. Do not be going on those secret dates without recording the content because we need it. Hello,
Mm.
being outside with David Banner. Okay.
Yeah, in my dreams is what I
Knowing good
do.
and well, we got a struggling podcast over here
Struggling
struggling. We
podcast.
need to get the people over here. All right, here we go. This is a great. This is like content gold right here. When I tell you, all right, here we go. Oh Jesus, I done got hot. The studio is just hot today.
The
50, do you
block is
think you
hot.
ready to settle down? All right, peep this now. Let me pull out my glasses for
Take
this
them
so we
off,
can
dog.
dead this right now.
Dead it.
So people talk about love languages,
Mhm.
right? I told a young lady this. What are your main love languages? What do you see and want out of a man? She said, I want him to be successful
Mhm.
and I want him to spend time. How? I'm a fucking
It's not.
activist.
Hold on, wait.
First of all,
Hold on.
that
That's
is
what.
very contradictory.
No, talking about for her, right?
Yeah,
For her.
like
Okay, okay.
that don't that those don't they don't go together.
Just making sure you're playing for our team, because I mean, you're a logical woman. You're logical. There's a lot of logic
He
there.
listen. If you want a bum who has all the time in the world for you, he on your couch, he borrowing your car, honey. He is always gonna be there. Okay.
You know what? Now, before I let them talk, you made me remember. It was a specific studio session, and I'm not gonna say no names. Lord knows I'm not gonna say no names. But you know me, I love women, right?
Mhm.
Not from see, wife. I'm not saying from the point of wanting to sleep with them. I'm just saying I love women. Like just it's just just something about them. It's like, ooh, Shazam, right? Uh, but this dude came to the studio. I think that was the studio that was in Lithonia, and Came in, smell like weed smoke as normal, poverty music status. And I'm not being funny either, y'all. Like it's definitely poverty music. But comes in, had a girlfriend, beautiful girl, little mocha skin, little mocha
Hmm.
had some dreads, and just big pretty eyes. And I was like, why are you with this bum? You could do so much better, girl. Please. And I'm just looking like this. I'm looking at you. You could blink if you are not okay. Let me
Blink,
let me know.
blink twice. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I could see him bringing her stock down. And I said, baby, these bars that he got, he ain't gonna make it.
You did not say that.
You know I did.
I know you did.
You know I did.
I know
So,
you did.
so he laughed. He laughed. And I was like, ha ha. But it was not a joke.
He don't
It
be
was
joking about stuff like that, which is like funny and sad at the same time because he was like, yeah, girl.
nobody, nobody be knowing when I'm serious because I be smiling all the time. So they be like, bro, you good?
Yeah, keep your eye out.
But needless to say, he had plenty of time and he was always borrowing that car. Are we still borrowing cars in 2025?
No,
Okay. Okay. All right. No more borrowing cars. No more borrowing
no,
cars. All right.
we don't want no scrub in the TLC. Mm-mm.
Oh, me. All right. Let him talk. Let me
A
talk.
top tier producer, top tier rapper,
Mm-mm.
actor. I do more
Let him cook.
than most people do in their one career, in my 5 careers. When do I have time? Think
Sound
about
like
this,
somebody I
dude.
know.
When I wasn't putting out like a pimp, I was producing Wayne or Chris.
Who you know that sound like that? Is he on this call?
Nito.
Is he on this call? I be doing mad stuff.
He does so much crap.
I'm gonna let y'all know too. I feel highly disrespected when somebody just be like, yo, bro, let me come through and kick it. No. You got some free time? No, my time is never
Mm-mm.
free. I never have free time. It's always paid for.
First of all, rich people don't have free time. They get there's no such thing as free time. They get paid by the minute.
We never said I
That's
was rich. Don't
first
let's
of
not
all,
put that
I
out there.
didn't
Let's not put that out
he's
there.
listen, you can
You
be
know-
rich in lots of
oh, for
ways.
real? So he just giving out.
He not giving out nothing but his knowledge. That's it.
All right.
Don't get it twisted. He don't be giving out no dollars.
I don't. Well, I try not to. But it's not.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Except for that pretty homeless girl.
listen. What? If I find her again, I'm gonna find out her name. I'm gonna get a cell phone number. Say, what's your IG? Watch.
Oh
We gonna
god.
shoot some content, and they ain't talking about casting couch. Nope. All right, let him talk. Let him talk.
Brown
Let
or
him
Maroon 5 or Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones?
I did that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
me and Warren Campbell.
Okay.
Yep. I was
What?
acting. People forget Black Snake.
Why was she looking like that?
She was
She
like,
felt,
whoa.
yeah, she felt the sauce. She felt it. She
Mhm.
felt-
Moan is
hold on, nah, ain't gonna let that slide. We gotta let the moment sit in there. When it's funny when somebody can flex just from talking about the regular stuff that they do. I love that. I love that. Anyway,
funny they think that I'm just starting this. I've done 38 films or television
Mhm.
shows, right? So then if I were to get a wife, right, she'll be at home. I'll be an absent provider. And then people will talk about I didn't raise my kids or didn't have time with my wife. We have to choose. Other thing that I always wonder is why do grown people care about who I'm fucking? I'm grown. Look at the shit that we say about good people. You make me not want to fuck with you no more. You tell kids what to do and what the right thing to do, and then they do the right thing and you still talk shit? That's why I tell these rappers, do what the fuck you want to do.
I feel like the pushback came mostly from women or men on the marriage conversation.
watch out.
My
Watch them flip
resurgence
it. Watch them
is
flip it.
because of the Black woman and their love and
Ooh.
admiration for me. And usually it's just one person.
Mhm.
See, we don't read the comments. T-Pain taught me this, like that we should just make sure that we do better with treating each other, you know, and respecting each other. And the Black woman has done that for me. It's just
Ooh.
a lot of loud negative voices. It's one or two people.
I was going to ask you, did the marriage conversation bother you?
Yeah. Well played.
Mhm.
Well played.
Respectfully.
So to that you say what? Or you want me to comment? Because I could talk about this for an hour by myself.
Listen, you got to know who you dating. If you want to date somebody who works a 9 to 5, date the person that works a 9 to 5. You know where they're going to be at. You know what time they get off,
Right?
and typically you're supposed to have enough communication with one another to know whatever them 2 hours is after work that he ain't at the house, what he's actually doing, because it ain't work. Um,
He
if
working.
you he do
You got the push. Hey, you got the push.
anyway, we're gonna bring it back to this. But you
Go
have to know who you're dating. If you're dating
ahead.
somebody who doesn't have a 9 to 5, doesn't have any job, he's just an intern. That's what we're gonna call it.
Okay. I hate them
So
interns sometimes too,
if
but go
he's
ahead.
interning, he's probably not anywhere.
Hmm.
He's probably at your house on a PlayStation or an
So
Xbox.
so I
He
could
has plenty of time
okay.
for you. He's gonna make sure that always see him. He's gonna be like, yo, what's up? How you doing, ma? Let's go hang out on your dime though, because he doesn't have a job. Because he's an intern.
So-
If you want to date a businessman, you better hope that man knows how to schedule his time.
Good
And
point.
you need to make sure that this man who is an entrepreneur who works for himself knows how to schedule his time, because he has to pencil you in. You'll be getting text message in between business calls. You'll get text messages, maybe a phone call in between him going to lunch or something. You have to understand you might get a phone call on a commute,
Yeah,
but you'll
that's how it
get
works.
one if you're a priority. If you're not a priority, you're not getting shit.
What is what is hold up, Democrat said what did he work extra hours?
You know he working extra hours, Democrats. Come on.
I mean, technically you don't.
You
Technically you
do.
don't.
You know how you know he's working extra hours? Because he's a 9 to 5er. He doesn't have a choice but to tell you what's going on. You know why? Because you know his schedule. You gonna call him on the phone. It is 6:35. Where you at?
What if he in the middle of getting a promotion and he ain't told you about it just yet? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna
Lies.
hold this for my bait. I'm gonna hold
Men
this for
got
my
some
bait.
more than women. Lies. They can't hold water. And then he gonna be complaining about it because he gonna be like, yo, me and such is up for this promotion. I hope I get it over him. I work hard. You already come on.
I've never heard a man talk like that. I've
Lies
never.
you
I've
tell.
never.
Lies.
It's always been a responsible level of communication. I can't even get your straight face. Y'all know y'all be doing some bull.
Y'all be doing some
Yeah.
bull crap.
But this is the thing. And I'm only again, now this is me a little bit. But we all have gone through the time periods where you get to the house, turn the ignition off, you like this.
That she know where you're at. You at home. Whether you in the house or not doesn't matter. She knows where you're at. You've been checked in. You know why? Because she checked you on 360, or she checked you on your iPhone
We have
and
none of that. We have none
track.
of that.
Sure. Sure you know.
You think I got tracking on my joints? I don't think I got. I gotta get checking. I need to see if I got tracking. I don't think I got tracking though. I don't think. Hmm. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
do you think that there's an actual age limit to pursuing
No.
real love for the first time
No.
for men or women?
No, men have an endless amount of time. Okay, I just want to say that men have an endless amount of time. Let's David Banner. Okay, he's 50 years old. I don't know if he
Right.
has any children or not, but he could get with a 25-year-old and have five of them in no time. And it doesn't stop for him. Do you see what I'm saying? His sperm is always going to be vibrant and living. Most of the time, women that time frame is not the same unless they're smart enough and decided they wanted to freeze some of their eggs really early because they had the funds to do it because they were going to pursue a career. That's
Mm,
not always feasible, and that's not always something, someone can do.
no.
So you have to choose what you're going to give up and keep.
Right.
It's
I
not the
agree.
same. It's not the same for a man.
No, I do think that for men though, especially if you spent that much time working on a career and you get to the point where you end up and you got, you pretty much got what you want. I do think the legacy conversation pops up like all the time, right?
Mhm.
So you want to definitely go fill somebody up and have some babies. That's off the rip. I could have said that a little bit better.
That's you said it how you said it, and that's fine.
But it's just like, okay, now, and I know the argument is going to be like, well, you need to try to find you a woman that's in your age group. What's wrong with all these women that's in your age group, right? Especially if he goes for the 30, 28-year-old, you
Mhm.
know, that's going to be the conversation. So I guess, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I kind of side with the women a little bit,
Mhm.
but then it's like what was the other, it's another video we were gonna look at as far as the um women making more money,
Mhm.
right? The women making more money these days, and then dudes not knowing how to approach them from that standpoint. Like it's just so much that comes along with that territory. I don't know that it's broadcast enough. Cause we see, what was it, Sex in the City? What's the other show? Stuff like Insecure,
Mhm.
shows like that. It's never really showing healthy black relationships.
Relationships, not
Yeah.
anymore.
So now it's like, all right, like even earlier today, I was at the gym, and
Mhm.
it's a light skinned dude. He pretty diesel. I could tell if he was out in the streets, he would have no problem getting some box. He would be a box god immediately, right? But when he and I talk, all of our conversations have been centered around financial awareness, legacy, and all that stuff. He ain't got no kids, right? Putting all of his time and energy into his job, and he's gonna probably achieve whatever he's aiming to achieve. My question is gonna be, what woman is setting herself up to be with a guy like that? You know, and not from the standpoint of just being a soft woman. Like I think that's cool, but
Mhm.
I think developing, what is a skill that women could be developing to prepare themselves for that type of situation? Like, but because I think he was listening to like uh something Jim Rohn, like a motivational speaker from like the 60s and the 50s. Like I was just like, wow. And he was tatted up like you wouldn't, again, the dude that had all of the mug shots with the light eyes. No,
Okay, yeah, I know you're talking about
he looked like that. He looked like
okay.
that. So I was just like, what woman is gonna be for that guy? And
There's
what
a I mean there's a lot of them that are for that guy. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of them that are for that guy. And I hate to say this, but most of them are going to be a little bit younger because the ones that might be the same age as him are going to think that he wants to date somebody younger because he might be gorgeous. He looks like that man and he's beautiful. He's a beautiful man.
right?
So if he's a beautiful man, if he doesn't approach them, they're probably going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not his type.
Now on the flip side, I'm just being real.
Hmm.
Most of the dudes is like that will never go for anybody younger than them. They don't be wanting that.
I
Every
haven't seen that.
every dude that I've seen in this, especially in his position, he got a good job. I ain't gonna say where he work at, but got a good job, and he's just locked in on self development.
Hmm.
And when I see him, because he's probably about, I guess, 10 years younger than me, something like that. But I'm like a proud big brother when I see him, because he be locked in, and I only knew he was listening to Jim Rome because his headphones, he was about to sync his headphones to his phone, and Jim Rome was talking about, it was one of the videos I love to put on repeat, but it was talking about so shall a man think of, so she do, all of that stuff, and I was just like, Jim Rome, he's like, yeah, dog, and I was just like, wow, what woman is developing herself to be in that type of space?
Not many,
No, 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 no.
but the ones that are, they get that from a mixture of church and having a good circle of people around them.
Mm. Okay.
So you have to you have to have a kind of a combo of both of those in order to gracefully be in that space. Along with some life lessons can also help with that and guide you, but most of the women that I know that have that a similar mindset is church and a
Mhm.
good foundation, a good small group of women that are like-minded that keep them accountable and keep them together.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. David Banner, I'm sure he's gonna pop up with one of the. I thought he was dating um my guitar. What's her name? Um
Sure? No,
no. Oh, I
no.
wasn't ready. You can't say that name. Yo, Gabby outside, man. Yeah, hey.
She
I
is
just
beautiful.
I just want to produce her, that's all. I would love to produce her. Her, if you're watching this, holla at me. I got mad beats. Pause. Pause, 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 pause. Don't entertain the bad kid. Do not entertain. Let him be over there with the marshmallows.
Okay, different cuts. He said, "How do you know if you're experiencing true love or just an attachment?"
Ooh. Ooh. What the girls do? I ain't got no nails. You want to answer that? Both of us answer. You can answer first.
Yeah. You know that it's love and not an attachment is when that person is not with you, you still are whole. If it's an attachment, you depend on that person to sustain your happiness. That is for attachment issues. When you're gone, it's hyperventilation, it's I'm not okay, it's constantly checking everything. It's you need them in order to be happy instead of them being with you makes you happy because you're growing together. Love is not going to be something that is always streamlined. You're going to have rocky moments, you're going to have ups and downs because you have to learn each other. But for me, in my opinion, I think that you know that it's love when you don't feel that way. If I have a if I had a husband who was like in the army or something like that, if they're not there, I can still sustain and be whole, but miss them. Like them being away from me is not going to put me in a depressive hole or state where I want to, burn up a car. I can still be okay and be happy and you know that, they're coming home and different things like that. When I hear about attachment, I think about those girls that be tracking the dude and they be at their cousin house and they,
Oh
slam
Lord.
ram the car and beat it up and put spray paint cheater on the car. Like you have attachment issues. It was just an hour. It was just an hour. You didn't see him for 1 hour and you did all that and that's how I feel. That's my opinion. You have an attachment issue. You don't see that person as someone who helps make you and sustain your happiness because you're already happy. You don't need them to be happy. They just elevate your happiness. That's just my
Mm,
thoughts.
I like that. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me do this. That was good. I like that. I like that. For me, for me, um, because I've dated some attached ones. Lord Jesus, if you come with the,
You come within 50 feet of my
if you,
man, I'm gonna cut
if you
you
got
type of bon qui situation. Okay, I got you.
if you come with that human rose, it's a wrap. Just saying. Oh my God, where you going? You about to leave? Where you about to go? I'm coming too. Wait.
Let me get my shoes
This
on.
is this is not about anyone specifically. I'm just saying. Um honestly, for a man, I think that the real love side of things for me, and
Mhm.
I think for a lot of older guys, I think love is just responsible. It's responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's like you wouldn't want to ever do anything to your partner or anybody that you love, not just your partner. Anybody that you quote unquote say you love, whether it's your friends, your family, your partner, whatever. You wouldn't want to do something that would danger or hurt that relationship. So you're going to treat
Mhm.
it with care. You're going to protect it. You're going to be responsible with it. So I think that's where some of the hiccup has been, especially for some of the youngins that I pulled to the side. I'm like, yo, bro, you need to chill out. You're doing way too much. I just noticed that they might have they. It is true that a lot of them may have been raised by the mom, and that's just how they learned, right? But I feel like it's the men's responsibility to show them, like, yo, I get why you doing that, and she is tripping. So I'm validate some of the, validate some of what's going on, so that it's not just wild. But it's like, yo, if you really say you love somebody, you're gonna be responsible and not just take them through the ringer.
Mhm.
Right now, on the flip side,
Listen, there's a good quote that I love. If hurting me does not hurt you, then that's a problem.
yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Unless it's a hurting Olympics. Like, oh, you gonna
Listen,
hurt me? You gonna hurt? I got you too. Oh, you got me too. I
that
got you.
sounds like what Diva said. Could an attachment be one side love between two individuals?
Okay, so I've been in both situations. All right, so you can comment. Let me do this one. I think I've been a pro in this situation.
You got this.
So when I was younger, I didn't quite have all of the sauce. I wasn't sauced up yet. I wasn't sauce walker. I wasn't a hemologist. I was studying.
Mhm.
And when I was in the school of hemology, I was dating a few different ones. I would say like that. And for me, I'm a Scorpio. So that whole idea of loving hard is real. Like, I ain't gonna front. Like, that is real for real. So for me, I would somewhat get attached. I'll say, yeah, I got attached for probably the first two relationships when I was young, like as a young lad. And then I learned that this how I feel, because I was one of the guys. I ain't gonna front. I was one of the guys that'd be like, where's she leaving? Where's she going? She ain't gone yet. Where's she
You
gonna
had
call?
attachment issues?
I did. I did.
Okay.
Right. And then I don't know what happened. It may have been when it just clicked. The dreads got a little bit longer. I got a little bit more diesel. I started walking around campus with the wife beaters on. And I was like, oh, this is different. Y'all are looking at me different. Oh, let me try this.
Y'all, he was feeling
And then,
himself.
look, as soon as I said, let me try this,
It was over.
over.
Couldn't tell him nothing. Child, be in class. He'd be like, no.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you remember. Oh, yeah, you were there.
I remember. I was there.
You got to try it out. I was like, salt, baby.
Like he was, yeah, that's exactly
Yes,
salt. Yep,
yes.
he was Salt Bay.
So, but the thing is, I learned then, like, it's not necessary to be attached like that. Like, giving the freedom, giving the partner the freedom to f up. Because if
To
they
hang
f up,
themselves. I got you.
because if they f up, they really didn't care about you in the first place, right?
Okay.
Or if they f up and they apologize from a sincere place, it's like, all right, I see, all right, okay, let's
You
try
got
this.
one eye.
Let's try it again. Let's try this again. But yeah, Devocrats, if you got the chase, don't put that woman first. Do not listen to that song. You need to listen to some. I don't know what do you need to listen to.
Nope, I'm not here for it.
What? What do you need to listen
I'm
to?
I'm I'm not I'm not going to. I'm not doing it.
Shake that B. Shake that.
Let's go.
All
No, I want you. I sent you a video
right,
on
let's see. Let's see.
dating within your budget.
Dating within your budget. I don't see it. Where is it at? Let me see. It's in the notes.
No, I couldn't. It wouldn't let me put it in the notes. It's in
Okay,
your in
it's in
in yeah,
inbox.
yeah.
All right, give me a second. I pull it up. You can talk to the people while I do this.
So
Keep the people entertained.
there's a gentleman who was talking about, dating is expensive, and he was like, no, dating it could be expensive if you're not dating in your basically in your tax bracket. If you are dating out of your price range, you might need to scale back.
Right?
And if you're dating above your price range, you need to know what that comes with. If you're dating a Gucci purse wearing holding woman, you got to understand that you need to have a certain level of wealth in order to date this woman.
So okay, so I'm pulling the video up, but do you really feel like that if you're dating a Gucci bag chick, like you got to bring that to the table, or
He's just said
could she dial back her Gucci bag?
she could probably dial back her Gucci bag, but if you going to go up to the Gucci bag and you can only afford a Happy Meal from McDonald's, he's just saying you might want to rethink that, brother.
Uh,
You might just want to just like rethink that. Maybe try to work on like an Outback chick,
you
not a
know what?
chick that's strictly Ruth Chris Angstbar.
All right, so I'm clicking on this link and it keeps sending me somewhere else. It's like
It
corn.
might be it might be blocked,
Ah, okay.
maybe
Because I do
because
see it. I see it in the box, but I don't see it's not. Every time I click on it, it takes me somewhere else. So anyway, we can still talk about it.
Diva said, wouldn't having a budget in dating already show that it's not genuine from the jump? No.
Okay.
In my opinion, no. I feel like you have to know what you have. And if you have a certain, price range or budget, that's what you have in life. You can't be out here you overspending for some chick like get no, honey,
Okay.
no.
Okay. This is
No.
I got one other thing to add to this because
Ooh.
I had this conversation too. Thinking about my little small time in LA. Um, if the girl is okay,
Mhm.
fellas, come close. Please come close. Take your
I'm
pads
gonna
out.
lean back.
If the girl is okay with y'all doing the whole McDonald's first date, right? Let's say she meets you, and y'all remember that Lexus that I posted in my story? Nice little Lexus, 2004. What is it? 2024. Nice, right? And let's say you're just a sensible young man
Hmm.
with a nice little Lexus, maybe even
Hmm.
a Cuban link. You might have the small Cuban link, not the big daddy. And
Hmm.
you see a girl, you say, "Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous," right? You did not see her nails because the nails were probably done. You didn't see a lace front because the lace front was probably like fire, right? And you say, "Yo, I'm gonna just take her out." And she said, "All right, cool, let's go out." And you say, "Where you want to go?" She say, "McDonald's." Leave immediately. She is gonna line you up and rob your black A.
Ooh,
You are meat on the pole. You're about to get cooked. Oh me, trust me. If she says she's cool with McDonald's, please leave immediately, fellas. Hopefully you take heed to this because it was a time. It was a time, and it wasn't me, huh? I have to put the disclaimer out there because I was dating at the time. I was dating, but it wasn't me.
hmm
But we went out to LA, right? It's Grammy week. And while we were in LA, me and my friend, and which I told him, shuts out the real, but I told him, I said, dude, I said, don't wear them red Chuck Taylors in LA. I said, this is LA. Like I actually stayed out here for a few months years ago. I said, "This don't wear them red Chuck Taylors." What did he do? He packed the red Chuck Taylors. I said, "Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die."
Mhm.
So, so we go to, um, if Gladys Sykes was over here, what is out there? Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in L.A.
Mhm.
Right? So we went first off. First off, we walked Wilshire. What is it? Wilshire Boulevard.
Mhm.
Wilshire is like Peachtree in Atlanta, right? It's nice on this one side. You got the Beverly, the hotel, the SLS hotel. All it's nice. Right? You got Universal down the street. You got all this stuff right here, right? But if you keep walking south, you're gonna start going into Watts. It's just it just turns bad real quick. Gangland. So of course we took the bus from this nice Grammy area. Because I said, we need to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Let's go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Let's go there. He said, all right, cool, let's go. Let's go. Put the red Chuck Taylors on. I said, oh my God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die today. But we didn't die. But we're sitting down in Roscoe's. And keep in mind, LA got beautiful women. It is, listen, it's not too many chocolate ones out there. Or no, the chocolate women say they don't want to be called chocolate no more. So bronze. There wasn't too many bronze ones out there, but it was like, the in between. You know what I mean? So we sitting down eating. Chicken was hella good too. Waffles to die for. And I make eyes with this. It's like I think she's Puerto Rican or something. I'm like, hey, what's up? What's up? And I kept it moving. Out, no hollering, no nothing. Right? Maybe I shouldn't be telling this story.
Too
I
late.
think
We already
it
in
might
it.
be it might be incriminating. It might
It's
be
we're
incriminating.
in
Not
it.
for me though, for him.
We're already in
But
it.
anyway, we already here. We already here. So
Mhm.
we go in, make eyes, see a little Puerto Rican chick. She like, yeah, what's up? What's up? We out. What y'all doing after y'all leave here? And I was like, nothing. We're gonna go back to the hotel because this is Grammys week, and I need to go back. We are in the hood, and it is about to be dark outside. So my homeboy said, "Man, we ain't doing nothing." I said, "Come on, bro. You wore the red shoes. Now you saying this? We not doing nothing. You know we doing something." So he said, "Man, I don't know. We ain't doing nothing. What you about to get into?" She
No.
said, "Nothing too much. I mean, we could just ride out somewhere if you want." And see, it was too easy. It was easy access. So she said, "We're gonna ride out, and if y'all want to follow me to the spot, and I'm gonna change real quick, and then we could dip out." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go back to the hotel because I lived out here before, and I know that
Mhm.
area it will get you robbed and shot." So we walking. I know y'all be liking my stories, right? So we walking. I see a little shadow in the corner. I'm like, okay. And she was thick too. I ain't gonna front. This is BBL before the BBL. It was just da da. It's coming to America drums. Whole walk coming to America drums. So we get to the not the hotel. It's like an apartment building. Hood. It was straight hood. So you saw her doing this the whole time, fellas. If you're on a date, let me take my phone right here. If you on a date and the girl is doing this, leave. Leave immediately. So anyway,
Not.
yeah. So anyway, she's like, "Well, you want to come up? Why? And you can just come up while we chill. I mean, before we leave, you just come up and chill, and I'm gonna get ready to go, and then you just ride out." I was like, "No, I'm good." So she like, "You sure?" I was like, "I'm good. I promise you, I'm good." So my boy looking at me like this. You good? I mean, what we gonna do? I was like, nah. What Drake? What Drake tell Kendrick? Nah. You got to follow through with this one. So anyway, I saw a shadow. I saw the shadow following us for one, and then there was another shadow. They had the little blinds, and it was just swift. I was like, nah, she trying to line us up. She's trying to line us up. So fellas, no, if
Oh my
y'all see a
gosh.
girl that got McDonald's on her breath,
Trey Kelly
leave.
said, "What if she want to make flurry though?"
Nah, cause this machine never works. So she already lied. She done lied 2 times. Y'all know good well
Hey,
that machine be broke. Oh, yeah. Anyway, but I
That
do
was
believe
horrible.
I ain't gonna front though. I ain't gonna front, and maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird, but I live for those type of stories.
Listen, apparently we all live to hear these type of stories because smelling like a setup could have got y'all killed if you want on your P's and Q's.
Yo, yo, she was bad too. She was one of
And old
them.
boy was like, "Oh yeah, this girl's hot." He was getting ready to get beat up, robbed, and they would have took his red shoes, thinking that he was on the other side. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they would have took them my red shoes. Fresh
Mm,
meat. Threw them up, threw 'em up on the low.
through, two through, two
Yo,
through.
my boy would have went to the hotel with socks on.
He would have been bloody and beat up. Let's be honest.
But we ain't even had no money. Like we ain't
It
had no money
doesn't
then.
matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You were talking about going to the Grammys.
This is true. This is true.
Okay.
Oh man.
No one knows that you are broke. You went to the Grammys, of course you got some coins. You
Nah,
had to
nah,
how
nah.
you this is just I'm just telling you what the people could have been thinking. They could have been thinking that.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, I can pull this video up. I think with Big Gip. Let me make
Okay.
sure if I can't. Yeah, I can pull this one up. So let's do this one, then we can get out of here. But yo, fellas, please, if she eats McDonald's, ladies, I promise you, I'm not trying to play y'all, but y'all know, good and be
Yes,
well.
yes, he is.
So you'll trust a dude if he want to take you to McDonald's immediately.
First of all, I can't even
Exactly.
eat at McDonald's.
Exactly. See,
So I could go sit and look at you eat at McDonald's
I
and
got
drive home.
one last funny story. It's a quick one. I remember I was at work a few years ago. It was probably like, oh, what, 2018, 2019, something like that. But all of my white counterparts still don't mind eating McDonald's for breakfast.
Mm,
So it was one of my black coworkers. He saw all the white people coming in with McDonald's bags. He said, "Y'all too grown to be eating McDonald's. Y'all are way too grown to be eating
I said
McDonald's."
that two for $1 back in the day was hitting.
I want to know when they changed over to fake meat because the McDonald's sandwiches do used to be like the clutch. That was what we used to go to all the time. Let me see. Let's see where Big Gip at. There he is. There he is. All right. And I want us to respond to this logically. All right.
Okay.
For the first women, they can say, I make more money than men. That means y'all carry yourself different, y'all talk different, and y'all rule different. Now, that's where most men are having their problem. And there's no disrespect to nobody. But also, I've learned with powerful women, they run around a lot of times with gay men. And they
Not me.
expect a straight man to act like that type of man. And I don't be understanding because you get along with that type of man, you think that those kind of conversations supposed to be over here with me. And I think a lot of times, you go in the club, you see it. You see girls, they running, they got their little crew with them, wham wham. And then it be like for the straight man, we sit in the club, how I'm supposed to come over there and holler at you when all that going on? You got to understand too that the women of power also walk around like men of power. They got everything around them. Now you got to cut through all that to get to her. At the same time, you have to also understand that a man used to dealing with powerful women or go mess with the strip club every time.
Okay, so why can't the men evolve?
Because they be looking at it like they not used to no woman making $200,000 clean money. They only knew that in the street. To deal with that as a corporate woman, hey man, I gotta change my tone, the way I talk, the way we gonna deal with this and everything. This is the first generation where women walk around saying, hey bro, I got the check.
So to that you say,
To that I say, why can't some men evolve?
really?
Some men,
That's what you think?
why I said, why can't some men evolve? Now, you have to understand if there is a woman making the high six figures,
Mm-hmm.
she all of them don't want that. All of them don't want to be hard. All of them don't want to, be as stiff as they are, but at the same token, they have to carry themselves appropriately. They have to carry themselves with, not only do they have the weight of the world, but they need to stand up tall and straight and walk the room just like the men do, but in a female fashion. In my opinion, they do walk very confidently, but I still think it's quite feminine for most of them.
I think the whole idea of women bosses. I think we've had this conversation before too.
Hmm.
I don't have an issue per se with the woman boss and her
Hmm.
running ish. Cool, right? That's what you want to do. That's what you choose to do, right? Now, this is what I will say. I understand as a man there are certain things that just come along with manhood, right? And I say that from the standpoint of, okay, cool. If she is a woman boss, and let's say
Hmm.
he's a man boss, right? Everybody just bosses. Everybody in the house is bosses. All right, cool. At some point, she's gonna still want to dip back into the femininity, right?
Why do you think a female boss isn't
I
feminine?
I think they feel like they have to battle with the men, like they have to run with the bulls, right?
Hmm.
And again, I understand a lot of it, especially from some of our past conversations. It's like, and I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it. I do hate. I hate to say it.
Of course.
But every woman boss that I've come across don't
Hmm.
act the same way based on the color. Based on the color. Every woman boss that I've noticed, and I'm really trying to recollect all of the different circumstances that I've been in, whether that's from a real estate standpoint, corporate America, music business. But it seems like in the it's I told you about the one. You know the one I'm talking about. But
What one that you're talking about?
the woman boss in real estate.
Yeah,
I
but
told you about
Yoli
her.
said,
Yeah, I told you about her.
no, this isn't true.
Was that
She said, no, this isn't true.
so? I've noticed. I'm just looking at the trends that I've noticed based on the industry is how the woman has reacted different to having that leadership role
Hmm.
based on the industry. Um, for the women that's been in the I'm gonna say corporate side of things, but still have to run ish. Like I have a lady that we were coaching that's in tax preparation business, and she has a staff of people. She is like the head honcho over there. I've never seen her be butch and manly, stern, like firm. Sure, she's always, and she's a black woman. Now I have to add that she's a black woman, but every time your boy come around. Oh Mike, how you doing, Mike? Oh my God, this right. But it's like, okay, that takes the whole conversation a step further, which means, all right, maybe a lot of the fellas don't know how to step into the masculinity to make them go to the femininity. And everybody still coexists in their bossdom. Like everybody can be a boss and still everybody recognize, okay, when you're here, I'm gonna step back and do this part,
Hmm.
right? I don't know that everybody knows how to do that properly. I feel like some people just use, and I'm really trying not to say nobody's name because I have
But
specific people in mind that I've seen, and I ain't gonna I have seen some white women to be over the top aggressive. I
to
have,
be honest,
yeah.
just like in the chat, Yoli
I didn't even
says,
read the chat. My bad.
a woman's money should have nothing to do with her allowing her man to lead. He's the head no matter what her bag looks like. And that's true.
Hey, who is this? They giving out
That's my
bars.
girl. Yes,
What?
honey.
What?
Hey, Yolanda.
We need to get her in the chat. Hey. But that's one thing I've noticed. It's just like I do feel like everybody has to get to the point where they're transparent with themselves and say, okay, in these environments, I'm
Hmm.
not comfortable, right? And I feel like it all stems from that first. I'm not really comfortable in this environment. And when I'm in here, especially with her, I feel like this. And then she should be able to feel the same way. Everybody should be able to be transparent enough. But I've noticed, and I'm not saying no names. See, I've been real good. But some of my white counterparts, I have heard conversations and they say, well, she a B. That's I mean, she a B. And for me, it's just like, no, I'm always the guy that's gonna try to bring some voice of reason in the room. I'm
Hmm.
like, no, maybe she was a B to you.
Hmm.
What energy did you bring to the
You bring to
table?
the table. Yeah.
Right? And I don't know. I don't know. I think those conversations will always be had, but I do think that I do feel like there is an expectation for the woman to be a B in a leadership position. It's expected.
But if a
Um,
man does it, then he's looked at differently.
if a
If a
man
woman is
doesn't do it,
stern, she's looked at as being a B. But
if a man doesn't do it, he's weak.
and
Ta-da!
Kelly said, what I've dealt with personally is men not being comfortable because of their own insecurities.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just,
Hmm.
even with that. So and I hate to say it because this is it's a counterpoint to everything that I stand for. Everything that I stand for. But I do feel like there has to be a whole stage. There has to be a whole stage. There has to be a getting money stage. There has to be a losing stage. You have to experience all of those parts of life in order to honestly, because I feel like a lot of being a good boss comes from compassion.
Hmm.
That's how I feel. And everybody that's ever worked for me or any of my subcontractors or whatever, they always feel the same way. I make them feel like the process is about them. Even
Hmm.
even if they're working for me, the process is about them. All right, what do we need to do to make sure this runs properly? What do you need money wise? How
Hmm.
can we make this work? Like what's what? And I think if everybody approaches things from a compassionate standpoint, then I think a lot of these conversations will be obsolete.
Yes, true.
I think
Agreed.
because it's just like have the same conversation in 2055, and it's just like, all right, are we still doing this? Okay,
Hmm.
and I don't like that part. That's lame. I don't like it. But
None of us do.
all right, I think that is our time. We have okay. See, we didn't go all the way over, but we just went
Hmm.
over a little bit. So, anybody got anything in the chat before we wrap it up? I'm looking at all the other chats too. And,
Joanna, she said that she 100% agrees with what we were just talking about.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's just I ain't gonna front. I feel a little. I feel awkward when people take certain stance against a whole group of people.
Hmm.
I feel awkward with that because it's just, and
Like,
that's
how do
for
you dislike a whole group?
yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot of energy and hate for a group of people. How
but
did
it's
they all wrong you?
right. But see, this the compassionate me putting myself in the other person's shoes. I understand it. That's the whack part about the whole situation. I understand every component. If a
Being
dude said,
empathetic does not mean that there's anything wrong with the way you should think. It's just being able to understand that there are different levels and different spaces that you need to put your mind in. You want to think about the weakest person to the strongest person, and you can engage in conversation with all those people in those different areas and different arenas. That's called growth and being a actual real person. Thinking about human needs over the wants of just the basic person.
mm,
Everybody
yeah,
doesn't have that.
I agree. I agree. Well,
But this was
hopefully,
good.
see, listen, see, we were real grown up tonight. I'm proud of us. I'm proud.
Thank you. I agree. wonderful.
I had more
I really
sauce
do.
too.
Well, hey,
No.
next time. Next
Look,
note.
do we want to tell them about the product that was offered?
Absolutely. We need to we're gonna have a meeting about this in a little bit.
Yes, we're going to have a meeting. We're about to have a meeting. Yes, indeed, indeed.
So lucrative love is really getting ready to dive into possibly lucrative love.
A adult products, huh? Adult.
Adult products.
Hmm.
Thank you,
Hmm. Hmm.
Goliath, for lucrative lube idea. I think that spread like wildfire, and somebody was just like, "Yo, we need to holler at them because
Yeah.
we have some products that they might be interested in, promoting
Yeah.
for our business."
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, we've had fun. We've had fun. Thank everybody that joined the conversation tonight. This will be on the Lucrative Love Experience or the Lucrative Love Podcast on YouTube. This specific page is I can't get it out. It is a specific page
Specific. Hmm.
with this on there. So please make sure y'all follow the page, show some love. We're trying to get the algorithm popping, and we need to get K at least like a CLK. Let's get a CLK. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
Or a
right?
Tesla, or at least a Tesla. You don't want
No,
a
I don't
Tesla. You
want a
don't want a
Tesla.
Tesla. You don't
No,
want
I
that.
don't.
You don't want that.
No shade to people who have them. It's just not my cup of tea. Give me a Lex. That's okay.
Look, she says, call me because I want to be about this me.
Girl,
Oh,
I got you after we talk, honey. I got you.
all right, we'll see y'all next week. All right,
Peace.
peace.